Judith, today is the final day of the Freestyle Chess Tour overall, and also a wonderful day in your life as well. There was a huge announcement that you made on your social media. A documentary is going to come out on your life, and it's going to be premiered on the Sundance Festival. That's huge.
Yeah, I'm very proud of it and very happy that there was the announcement, and it's going to be premiered in the Sundance Festival in the US, Salt Lake City. And well, it's going to be very exciting for me also to go there and see it for the first time, the film. And later on, it's going to be streamed on Netflix also.
Wow. So, can you tell us a bit about that? Like, when did this happen? And it's such a huge thing for the chess world.
Well, it was actually before we started, and Rory Kennedy, the director and producer, reached out to us. There were many other inquiries who wanted to do a documentary about my story, and somehow she found me about 2 years ago, and then we decided to go with her. And it became a fantastic journey. Of course, it's also with a lot of challenges when there is a story about your life, and you don't know what it's going to be like, right? The documentary, who is going to take part, and how it's going to be edited, and what kind of archive materials are going to be. Of course, we gave also a lot of home footages, and there are a lot of archive material internationally from my childhood to be included. So it is something special that I can't say that I would think when I was a kid, right? That there is going to be a documentary. I hope it's going to be nice for the chess community also, and it will be something that it shows how a girl can excel in the male-dominated world. And I do hope that it's going to be inspiring for a lot of chess fans and kids and new generation.
It's the real life Queen's Gambit.
The title of the documentary is Queen of Chess.
Wow, Queen of Chess. That's so amazing. And when you went through this entire journey, I'm pretty sure you went back the memory lane into so many of the episodes of your life. Which one was your favorite, just going back and doing it for the documentary, or maybe talking about it or sharing the archives?
Well, I don't want to give away so many information, because probably it will be a bit different than you expect. It is very much focusing on my journey in a male-dominated world, and through my chess games and tournaments, and how people reacted, how people were seeing my development, and also, of course, how much my family and sisters were very much part of my growth, and having such a performances and such an achievements what I did.
Well, we are very excited for this one. We cannot wait for it. Today is the end of this Freestyle Chess Tour. You've been there through almost every event, right? All the events that were there. How was your overall experience?
It was something very interesting, and I accepted actually to be the commentator on this series of this season of Freestyle Chess, because I was curious myself how it is when I see the top players brainstorming, how they are thinking, how they are unfolding during the game, the ideas, what they brought before the game. So it was something interesting for me to experience myself. And up to today, after having 4 events where I was commentating, I see that it's a challenge for the top players already from move 1. And but it's also very interesting how they are having the thought process to follow it. You can see that some of the key players who are the most I wouldn't say experienced, but who discovered the ideas and put together the patterns, or which pieces has to be rescued first. I think it's obviously the result shows actually that Magnus is very good, but also it's very important that it's not only about their knowledge, but that they are very hungry to play something, a different format than a classical, because they were so much engaged, and also now, of course, they play so many tournaments where they have to deal with the opening preparation, the stress. I've been there myself. There are so many theory, and of course nowadays it's changing so fast that it's a lot of challenge for them. And here I saw them that they are relieved. They don't have to make preparations. They know exactly that before the game they get this 10 minutes to get familiar with the starting position, and then they go for it. But for this mindset, I think you have to be extremely creative. You have to have resilience a lot. You have to be critical. You have to be a person who challenges himself a lot. And they like it. For example, Levon is one of the key person who just simply loves to analyze, to discover, to look around what kind of new ideas exist which he's never seen before. And this hunger for chess is very much coming across when you see them analyzing before the game and after the game. But of course, the sporting element is there very much.
Absolutely, and today Levon winning the entire event in South Africa, did that come as a surprise to you? What did you feel about it?
No, I was not surprised about it because basically he once did it already in Las Vegas, and you need a lot of skills, a lot of things to be able to win such an event. Of course, you have to have your understanding, you have to be a very good chess player, you have to be very resilient, you also have to be relaxed in some way. So the proportion, how to find that I have fun, I'm enjoying it, but I'm taking it seriously, and how much I can focus in those 10 minutes of preparation and that specific time frame of the game, that those things and many more things has to be around, right? And Levon is one of the most colorful personalities in the chess world anyway. And I think, and he has a lot of experience as well, right? He's the oldest participant in this event. So he knows it already, how seriously should he take it. At the same time, they were playing the final match for 100,000 goes for the winner and 80,000 for the 200,000
200,000 and 120,000.
So there is a minimum of 80,000 to move, but as it affected the whole year around the all-in-all result also of the season, that was also an extra 50. So it was more than $100,000 at stake. But of course, while he's a sport person, you don't think about it during the game. So you need a lot of things to be able to do it, and Levon definitely is one of the players who can do it.
Brilliant. And when I saw you and Peter in Weissenhaus, it was the first time that you were going to commentate, and now you guys did it over four events. How was that experience commentating alongside Peter Lecco?
It was a great experience. It was also one of the reasons I was happy to accept the invitation to be commentating. And together with Nicholas, it was a great trio. I felt that, of course, Peter has his endless love for the game and all the insights on regular chess also, but on freestyle as well. It was especially interesting for me that he's also a world-known coach by now. He's the coach of Vincent for a decade or so. And of course, he's always happy to talk about anything what is chess and chess related. So it's always very fun to be in the same studio. And Nicholas was also giving a lot of insights because he's an expert. He made the course, and he has a lot of understanding of the strategic of freestyle, and he's a grandmaster, so he was always giving his insights. He was also using the computer to give a feedback, so it was a very fun studio setup this way.
And being one of the best players in the world, where do you see freestyle heading next year? This tour is over. What are your feelings about it?
Well, I think freestyle is very much in the child shoe, or I don't know how you say it in English. It's like very much in the beginning. it is something very interesting. The first time I got familiar with this kind, when Bobby Fischer was in Hungary and visiting our home, and he was telling this game that this has to replace chess because there is no opening theory, and this was 93.
Wow.
So we go back a few decades.
32 years ago.
Yeah, and of course then I was a teenager. I said, okay, sure. It was interesting. But first of all, I love chess itself, the classical way. And I think it has a great potential as one kind of chess. And for people who want challenges, who likes to visit, explore and visit places where nobody was there before, the adventurous people, I think it's fantastic. Also for people who want to try new things, it's also fantastic. For top players, I think they enjoy it immensely because the theory is excluded. So immediately they can brainstorm, research, challenge themselves, and all this is I see on them how happy they are. I think it should be next to chess, the classical chess. It's a form where it can be very entertaining for people trying to figure out, understand, and follow what is the thought process of the biggest players in the world. And those can be very interesting, I think, for the chess audience also, amateurs, that how interesting patterns, completely patterns which did not exist before, or we've never seen a bishop on A1 and having pawn on B2, C3, D4, right? So there are a lot of positions like this that you have never seen before, and then you can, it's like a puzzle. So if you like these brain teaser things, then it's definitely for those people. But I think it will go slowly. I think it's one form which can be very entertaining, and it's a form which can be very entertaining for the top players, which also matters to keep them there and to make them happy.
Fantastic. Judith, thank you for your insights. And lastly, I want to ask you, today being 11th of December is the birthday of Vishi Anand, and you've been colleagues since a long time. Any wishes for him? Anything you would like to share?
Of course, Vishi is Vishi. Everybody knows that. Well, I met him first time back in after my first Olympiad, at the first Olympiad, 1988. I was just 12 years old. He was a bit older, but only a few years. He was under 20 at the time. He visited us in Budapest in '89, so that was the first time I was seeing him close up. He's a fantastic personality himself. When I was playing with him in many tournaments, he was the person who everybody loved him. He's always solid, modest, concentrating on the chess, and of course what he's doing now with in India, supporting the talent, and he's such a great and fantastic role model in India, but outside of India as well. That, well, I wish him doing and inspiring the whole world for many, many, many decades.
Thank you, Judith, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.